Welcome along, everybody, to my watch along for the 2025 Formula One Spanish Grand Prix. It is practice one, the first session of the weekend, and it is a spicy one because we have got the new technical directive in play for the flexi wings. Will we see any teams fall off? Will we see any teams jump up the pecking order? Or will nothing change at all? Let's see. I'm really, really excited. These are going to be some of the best practice sessions of the year, I think, to see how this all plays out. It's been a very busy week in the F1 world as well, so a lot of things to talk about. But yeah, if it's your first time here, welcome in. This is how a watch-along works. You got my face here, you got the live timings here, you got the session timer down in the bottom left to sync it up with, and you got lovely Twitch chat. So if you're watching on YouTube right now, come over to the Twitch stream, because that is where we are live. To watch every single session for every single Grand Prix for the whole season. So join me throughout this weekend. We'll be live for every single session. But yeah, let's get the timer up. Well, actually, they're not out on track yet, but yeah, a lot to talk about. I believe we're going to have some different names in practice today. Yeah, we got Pepe Marti in the Red Bull. That is really cool. So Marti replacing Yuki Tsunoda. If you don't know, Pepe Marti is a Spanish driver, a part of the Red Bull Junior program in F2. Cool to see him in the Red Bull. Has he been in an F1 car before? I'm not sure. And we've got Hirakawa. If you don't know, he's got a big deal with Haas. I think it's eight practice sessions he has to do for Haas this year or something like that. So he's replacing Ocon and Haas. So they're the only two FP1 runnings. If you don't know, there's a rule that a driver who hasn't done an F1 session must do at least 4 practice sessions this year. So Hirakawa at Haas and Marti at Red Bull fulfilling those opportunities. Merc will be the biggest downfall, you reckon? McLaren claimed that they already tested their front wing last week in practice, but is one practice enough to test it at a track like Monaco? I don't think so, but we'll see how it plays out. Predictions up in chat, guys. Get your channel points in. Who will finish first in practice? I'm going to pull Aaron will get a chance in free pet. Yeah, 100%. 100%, I think. I mean, Hirakawa used up one of the sessions in Japan, but he'll get a go. They said they tested Imola FP1. Yeah. That's what I meant. Imola, not Monaco. Let's hope very much VM is better than my team on F125. Wait, VM? I forgot to go live on TikTok. Fuck, one sec, guys. One sec. Okay, now we're live on the TikToks. Jasmine, name of the volley. What if Adrian Newey cooked an Aston Martin podium? Adrian Newey is not touching the 2025 car, according to the team. Oh, yeah, Sauber, special livery. Literally just their default livery with less green in it, being all pixelated. Oh, wait. Sorry. That is not Marti. That is not Marti. That is Victor Martins in the Williams. My bad. It looked like the Red Bull car, and Marti obviously rocks MAR. So that confused me. It's Victor Martins in the Williams, replacing Alex Albon. Obviously Victor Martins, now newly replacing... Wait, why does it say Sainz is on track if he's in the garage? Well, then fuck that up. Oh no, he's in... sorry, he is. He's just outside of the car right now. Okay. Victor Martins replacing Alex Albon, newly part of the Williams Driver Academy. So cool to see him get in some time in the car. Just bet all my channel points on Carlos Sainz, my king going pole. Newey said in an interview he only consults at times with the 2025 designers. Right. Why didn't they keep Alpine pink? Because pink, that pink looked dumb. I got fooled too, yeah. Get predictions in so you can get enough points for a prize for him to remove it. Yes. I predict Ferrari is the biggest benefactor. Is that a word? But I agree. I think Ferrari can make the biggest jump just because they don't even have a flexi wing at all. I think Red Bull as well. I mean, he was probably testing the limits on entry speed into the pits, but surely you can do another lap with no car in front of you. That's the only time Stroll was smiled this year, being told he was the only one to do an overtake. Man, I hate Stroll so much. His attitude is like a skill, his zero situational awareness. It's like I was driving. Yeah. He has his moments, but overall, it's just whack, isn't it? No team color for the timings. They should have kept it pink. There's too much blue. Oh, yeah, I agree. I agree. Like I say, yeah, livery looks way better. Cadillac will be red and white. Maybe black, but red and white. If you go look at their, well, actually, they might be yellow. Aren't they yellow and fucking whack? Cadillac whack. Oh, yeah, no, they got a blue car and whack at the moment, don't they? Why did they go from yellow to blue and whack? What's up, Vintrom? I'm straight up. Oh, yes, I should type it. Thank you. 56. When you think about it, this is like such a terrible triple header. You got Imola, which is hard to overtake. You got Monaco, which is impossible to overtake. And you got Spain, which is notoriously one of the worst tracks on the calendar. But we had a pretty good race in Imola. We had what I felt was a fun weekend in Monaco. And now we've got the new technical directive in Spain. I think it won't be as bad as it would have been in previous years. Go Cadillac doesn't have the same ring as Go Haas. Cadillac sounds so American, though. That hell yeah, brother. Hop on my Cadillac. Whoa, is that new? That big overpass? Why does that feel new? Wait, that's it's not even a bridge. That's a fucking dining room. That's crazy. Do you think Barcelona should still be on the calendar for the next few seasons? No, I think it's a poo track. Austin Harvey was terrible. Yeah, I think it's a decent track, but like, I don't know, it just doesn't really produce much, does it? Alonso, my kings, show them how they do it. Yeah, I'd really love Sainz and Alonso to have a good result here as the home drivers. They're fun good, literally using every shade of blue instead of going for another car and establishing their own thing. Yeah. Alpine makes sense to be blue. Red Bull makes sense to be dark blue. Williams should have stayed white. Like, I know Haas is white, but then Haas should have been grey. You know what I mean? Spain should be on the calendar. Barcelona's only good for pre-season testing. Yeah, true. It could be. I think Barcelona as a testing track would be great. Oh, had to complain about his helmet. How about purple, yellow, multicolored? Purple, yellow, multicolored. Well, like Connor Sport. Beatstar, they were the raid, dude. I was just stream. Welcome in, everyone, for Beats the stream. We're currently doing a watch along for practice 1 of real life F1 after gaming all week. Yeah, purple, yellow team needed. Hirakawa off. Wait, is he? Oh, he is. I'm a little bit delayed too, I guess. In the gravel. Okay, he's got it out. Oh my god, imagine his FP1 session. He got beached in the gravel. That would be so bad. He's good. He's good. Is Verstappen doomed to always be one-man team? Or can't Red Bull driver handle Red Bull? Can't another driver handle Red Bull? Basically, the window is so small, Max can get the car in there and other drivers can't. If they make the window bigger, the car's going to be slower. So I think they'd rather fight for the Drivers' Championship with Max. But if the car is more stable, the second driver won't be anywhere near Max, but they'll still be good. Look at Perez in 2021, for example. So, yeah. He's going to win this GP. I don't know, I feel good about Max after Imola. He's panicking. I'm going to lose my job. Who's the other driver for Haas right now? It's Hirakawa. So Hirakawa is a Japanese driver. He is part of the Toyota family in WEC. And he is now the official reserve driver for Haas. And I think he's contracted to do 8 sessions in F1 this year. 8 practice sessions. Apparently Toyota want Hirakawa in the seat next year so bad. Really? It's going to be hard to drop Ocon considering how well he's doing at the moment. And Behrman is obviously Behrman. So, yeah, if they end up dropping one of them too, I'd be disappointed. Even though I don't really like Ocon, I'd probably prefer Hirakawa. Hirakawa hasn't stood out to me to warrant dropping a driver like Ocon right now. Jimmy. Didn't Hirakawa do like 4 different cars on the last year? He's been in the Alpine. He's been in the Haas, and he's been in the... What was the other team? Guys, I really need a poo. This is bad. Was it... Oh, McLaren. Yeah, McLaren. So it's 3 cars. How many shots of floppy front wings have there been so far in P1? Can you measure the deflections for us? I don't think we've gotten any, to be honest. I'm sure we'll see some straight after practice is done, though. Mercedes sign, you forgot basically blue with the extra steps. What's up, Oscar? How's it going, dude? Oh, here we go. Here's Alex Brundle looking at the front wing now. Interesting. McLaren don't think that they're going to lose anything from this. All they've done is one little change, and they don't think it's going to make any difference. But my argument to that would be, why was your wing flexing if it didn't help you in any way? But then I guess the argument is, well, they didn't bother to fix it because it didn't do anything. Yep, Ferrari again blocking someone. Fuck me, get out the way. Jolly Papa, bro. Every week he's roasting the drivers for Wingen. Any instance so far at P1? Yeah, we had Hirakawa go off in the gravel, but he got out. Other cars were flexing too, yeah. They had to pass the test, not make it not flex. True. Good point, Nork. True. It can still flex within range as long as it passes the test. What's up, Agent Skills? Stop the count, end the practice. Alonso up to the top. Dude, imagine Alonso randomly coming out in Spain. Yeah, it's a McLaren and Abu Dhabi. Yeah, I forgot about that. Cadillac's a new Ferrari Works team, though, so apparently Behrman could go there. Wait, Cadillac's is a new Ferrari Works team. Ferrari Works team. Isn't the Works team the main team? You mean sister team? So wait, is that actually called that? Anyways, interesting if Cadillac's going to be that instead of Haas now. Lawson has training wheels. No, that's an aero rake, bruh. Asmar looks fast out there. Yeah, I mean, barely anyone's come out. It's only been 13 minutes. Hirakawa's 31 years old. Toyota must dump a lot of money for Haas to hire him. How's F125? I'm really enjoying it, Agent Skills. Really enjoying it. We're going to be playing it again after FP1. Bro, tiredness has just hit me so hard. I've not really slept the last 3 nights. It's catching up to me. Why do you dislike Ocon? Stop the wise ginger ninja. I don't like dislike Ocon. It's just like out of the 3 drivers, wait, it's a DJI on the car? What? No way, it's a DJI camera on the front wings. That film. It's not that I dislike him. It's just he's my least favorite on the grid. I think he's got the personality that is the least. I like the least. And not that he does anything bad. I just don't find him. He's just a bit boring to me. I don't really rate him as a driver either. I think I feel like he's kind of had his time in Formula 1 personally. I don't think he's ever going to be a world champ. I don't think he's ever going to consistently be at the front of the grid. I don't think he's bad though, but I just think like he's one of those drivers that's just like kind of there for me. Yeah, my bad. But Toyota taking more and more control of Haas, so wouldn't be surprised to see if Toyota engines at some point. I don't think Toyota are going to make engines, to be honest. But maybe in the future. Actually, I think, wait, was it Toyota said they might? Actually, I think Toyota are interested, maybe. Yeah, you're right. He's at least a driver who's comparable to many others. At least he has some personality and pace. Colapinto is low-key worse. I think Colapinto is a great personality, but if I'm being completely honest, Colapinto's personality has got on my nerves recently. When he first got into the sport, I was loving Colapinto's vibe. But ever since his stint at Williams ended, he didn't get a seat last year. He's kind of had this approach of like, I deserve to be on the grid, and like, in my opinion, low-key, like, I wouldn't say encouraging his fans, but like playing this idea of like he was robbed of a seat. And I'm just kind of like, you weren't really robbed of a seat. You got an opportunity of a lifetime. You proved yourself. Now you kind of got to wait. And like he comes across, I'm not going to say arrogant because like, I think you got to have that to be in Formula 1. But he just comes across a little bit like, I don't know. It's like the hymn show. A little bit. I can see Toyota push Hirokawa Ritomo into Haas, kind of like Honda did. Maybe. But Haas have a good lineup, man, so they shouldn't change it. He always gives you bad vibes. Hopes he gets a reality check. I mean, if crashing fucking every 3 sessions isn't a reality check, I don't know what is. Is it just me or do we not miss? Is it just me or do we not miss the Finnish porn star? Bottas, I think again had his time in F1. He kind of like dropped off a little bit. Like he's a cool personality and whatnot, but I don't think he was bringing much to the sport. You know, I look at it both from a driver's standpoint and just like a sports standpoint, and yeah, I just didn't really. Bottas was there. Whereas these young drivers like Colapinto, Bam, and Antonelli are bringing so much more to the sport at the moment, in my opinion. People love backing an underdog and following their story. But the problem is when you're not an underdog anymore and you're not at the top, you are just a driver. You know what I mean? That's why drivers like Hulkenberg and Bottas, like, it is very rare to see a Hulkenberg or Bottas fan. And I would even go and say there are more Behrman, Antonelli, and Colapinto fans than Bottas fans. And Bottas has been in the sport for 10 plus years. You know what I mean? Same with Hulkenberg. It's just like, if Hulkenberg was just coming to the sport now, Bottas was just coming to the sport now, yeah, they probably would have fans because they're fresh and people want to back them. But at some point, it kind of goes from like, oh, they're an up-and-comer to, oh, they're just there. Just on Twitter to find Dunn has an extra 3 place grid drop on top of his 10 plays. Yeah, I thought he didn't practice. Didn't break right. You're a Bottas fan, yeah? Sounds been really consistent after Bahrain. Yeah, he just needs to string it together. Every session now. Put it this way, Monaco quality was a bit The grid is pretty stacked. Yeah, I agree. I think it's the most stacked since, I think, 2014. I went and looked at, like, Wikipedia. 2014, 2013. It's the most promising since then. Yeah, I really want to see some push laps. I don't know if we'll get much push laps until the end of FP2 though. Apparently, Max Verstappen just got his platinum FIA license, which means he can now compete in IMSA and WEC. Interesting. Who's this Red Bull athlete? I saw him on the socials before. Nico Williams, professional football. I've never heard of him in my life. I'm not gonna lie. Who's he play for? It's WEC, not WEC. Shut up. Future star, Spain and Bilbao. Plays for Atletico Bilbao. I've never even heard of that team either. So I feel bad. Usually I know my Red Bull athletes, but you know Neymar's a Red Bull athlete. You don't really know in the football world sometimes because they can't really rock personal sponsors on their like jersey and stuff. So you only really see them when they're out of kit. Do you like cricket? No, it's probably like my least favorite sport, to be honest. I played cricket for a year or two as a kid, but I just didn't enjoy it. Scored the Euro final with England. Oh, okay. There were errors. The front runners were better or just as good, but I don't think the midfield has ever been more talented. Yeah, Neymar used to do freestyle events in like 2014 with Red Bull. Right. Who do you think was at fault for Dunn and Martens and someone in the pit lane? If Martens was going the correct speed, then 100% done. Where's Albon? Hirakawa is filling in for Albon, and who was the other one? Oh, and Martin's filling in for Albon to fulfill the rookie session. Basically, every team needs to rock a rookie in the car in practice. Have Aston Martin's upgrades worked that well? It's looking good right now. Maybe they've been looking good the last few races, to be fair. So Dunn do his practice session earlier, and he just hopped in the Williams now for another session. Martin, yeah. Yes, he's going to go F2, F1, F2, and then F2, yeah. Okay, Alex Brundle looking at the Alpine. Alex Brundle said Alpine's the only team that didn't bring a upgraded front wing or changed front wing. This is fascinating to me. Interesting. Interesting. What do we think of the Alpine special suit? They got a special logo on the back of their car as well to celebrate 70 years of... What was it again? 70 years of Alpine? Or 70 years of... 70 years of Alpine? Anyways, you got special white suits for it as well. God's Remedy. What's up, dude? Thank you for the follow. Looks like more of the same. No difference after the technical reactive. Baby. We won't know until qualifying, though. Or maybe after a couple races. Who knows? But Red Bull are confident about this, helping them. This is why I watch F1 TV, though. Yeah, that was elite analysis. If you weren't on F1 TV, you don't see that, but it was just Alex Rundle talking about all the changes and specifically the front wing. Fascinating to learn. Do you think technical directive will do much? I think it will affect McLaren and Mercedes negatively, but I don't know. They say it won't, so we'll have to wait and see, I guess. Meanwhile, Sky Sports have been on ads for the last 3 minutes. Lol. I know, they turn around the suit design submissions, but seems like teams really like using white for special suits. Yeah. White, man. White, white. White and blue. We love that color in F1. Sup, remote one on the stream, dude. Any red flags for the weekend and the rain forecast this weekend? No rain, I don't think. Actually, let me have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Barcelona weather. Friday, dry all day today. Saturday, dry all day today. Sunday, cloudy. What's up? Whoa. Is it 70 years of Alpine? Facts from Nico Hulkenberg. If you want to do better around Monaco, just qualify better. Stop crying. Facts. Why are you saying doing? What are you saying doing for? Was he on Sky Sports or something? Replay pictures showed doing, right. Colombo is driving like he's driving on a controller. Were they showing because Colabinto went off? Why are McLaren still running this ugly livery? They're rocking it for Monaco and Spain. You think it's ugly? I think it's better than the base livery. The white numbers are cool and the more orange is way better, in my opinion. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm like, what can we talk about? I feel like because I haven't looked through Discord before the stream started, I'm like, fuck, I need to have a look through all the news. West livery was the best livery, you reckon? Please, man, please, can McLaren be nerfed? I don't mean like nerfed where they're not going to win a race. Nerfed just where they win but not as much. Please. 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 Why is half the grid not on track? Like, this is your time to prac, guys. What time is F1 Standard Edition coming out? Same pre-order. It comes out in 3 hours. Non-Red Bull fans in 2023 BOB. Best of my OP was Red Bull. Honest opinion was Red Bull Star Wars in 2005 Monaco. I ain't a Star Wars fan, so I don't rate it, but I've been hate watching Red Bull since that 2021 Abu Dhabi incident. James Marriott posted a TikTok today. I think it was one of his songs, and the song's like, what's something that makes you sad? And then he put Abu Dhabi 2021 as the caption, or as the text on screen. Marlboro McLaren is just the GOAT. No, Vodafone McLaren is the GOAT. What are the regulations for Spain? Don't know about it, actually. Basically, they want to stop teams' front wings flexing, so they've had a new test that will regulate stringencies. Is that the word, to the front wings, so it doesn't flex as much. But from the scenes of it, not many teams have really changed much about their wings, so I don't think it's going to change much, but we'll see. Marlboro had the Senna Aura, yeah, true. I'm watching 2016 Spanish GP screaming max every 5 seconds and annoying my father. Yeah, true. What is it? 9 years since Max Verstappen won his first race. Oh, so long ago. To be fair, the cat went from 50mm to 10mm. Yeah, and I think the weight went from... No. I think it's 12mm. It's a 3mm difference. Your fave girl. Name of the following. McLaren livery kind of tough, in my opinion. I like it. It's nothing too crazy for a special livery, but it's nice. My theory goes McLaren actually benefit the most out of this reg change because people have known McLaren generate the most downforce out of the underfloor more than any other team, at least before. It was 70% of total downforce, therefore they will lose the least out of any other team. Yeah, fair enough. I wanted my goat to win. Oh my god, Jolene, stop screaming. He just started screaming in my ear. What the fuck? Calm down, bro. I wanted my goat to win his final world championship, but then Franz Hermann started doing his bullshit. When Max won, I was so pissed Kimi didn't win. Was Kimi P2? Ayrton Senna has the most or of any other driver of all time, to be honest. Probably. But then again, you got to remember, Senna didn't do his full career. So we didn't see if he had a fall off or, you know, yeah, if he had a fall off. Like, think about Vettel. Vettel could have the most aura because of his 4 years in Red Bull, but he went to Ferrari and fell off. Lewis is having a very tough time in this rig of cars. You know, people, that's again, I'm still not gonna, I hate looking at someone's legacy for their whole career and not what they achieved. Like when people say like, oh, Michael Jordan went to baseball and then he did this and did that, and it's like, who cares? Look at the good he did. I think when you're rating the GOATs, you got to look at the good. If a driver's good for 4 years, okay, put it this way, right? If a driver was in the sport for 8 years and they won 3 world championships and they dominated those 3 years, and the whole 8 years they were the on-form top 3 drivers, versus a driver who's in the sport for 20 years and won 3 world championships and the same amount of races, but were up and down, I still think like they're on the same level. That you can't just look at someone's smaller career and be like, oh, well, they were more consistent. But I don't know. People do that sometimes with it's hard though, because also I think Senna's also limited, where I don't think Senna's ever gonna be in my, like, at this rate, I don't think Senna is gonna be in my top 3 drivers of all time, because at this rate Max Verstappen is going to pass him, because we didn't get to see Senna's full career. Hulkenberg P2. Like, and it's not me saying, oh, Senna, Max Verstappen's a better driver than Senna. I mean, it's so fucking hard to tell anyway, because there's 50 years difference between them. But 40 years difference between them. But my point is, like, at some point, potentially, which if Max is on track, Max is going to have more race wins, going to have more championships, is going to have achieved more in the sport. And, you know, you can't just be like, oh, well, if Senna didn't die, he would have done this. But it's like, we'll never know. You know what I mean? We'll never know. Paybix, Red Beats, thank you guys for the follow as well on the stream. The GOAT is the one that wins without the best car, because all that are named had the best car. So who would be your GOAT then? If it's not off of who had the best car, who'd be your GOAT? Because Vettel had the fastest car. Okay, let's go through every driver though, right? Seb, for his 4 championships, how many of those were the clear fastest car? Because, like, okay, I would say, put it this way, right? Max 2021, I would say, is 50-50, not the fastest car, right? Hayden, thank you for the raid, dude. I appreciate it. Welcome to everyone from Raiden stream. Yeah, shout out Raiden. Yo, that should actually be your raid name, Raiden. I'm Raiden right now, bruh. Guys, be sure to check out Hayden if you haven't already. Hayden Gillis. There you go. Shout out in chat, shout out in chat. You look good today. Thank you, Hayden. Yeah, appreciate the raid, dude. Welcome to everyone from Hayden's stream. We're currently watching FP1 right now for the real-life Spanish Grand Prix. Then we're going to hop back on F125 for some open lobbies. And then we're going to watch Practice 2. And then we're going to do a giveaways. So, yeah, plenty to come on the stream today. But I hope you had a good time. How you liking F125? How is it? I know you're in the similar position to me that I was in last year, where you've, like, done a move. You've kind of been out of the content game for a bit, but now you're trying to get back into it. How are you finding it? Mayori, thank you, sorry. Yeah, Mayori, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Wait, we'll go back to what we're talking about in a second. Let me just catch up on chat. I'll uncover it when Ponden does his hottest F1 take stream. Yeah, true. I do want to do discussing the GOAT at some point on the stream. In my opinion, I feel like people shouldn't compare drivers like Senna to modern drivers like Max. I agree, but it's always going to be a conversation at the end of the day. Like, Jordan's always going to be compared to LeBron. Max is always going to be compared to Senna. What other sports? Like, Maradona and Pele is going to be compared to Messi and Ronaldo. But, I mean, it almost seems like the football world has put Messi and Ronaldo above Maradona and Pele for years now. But I also feel like football has developed so much since the Maradona days. Like, correct if I'm wrong, I'm not 100% in the football world, and I'm not really clued up on basketball. But basketball's kind of stayed the same of, like, 2 matches a week. You go to the finals and then blah, blah, blah. But football's developed a lot, right? Like, you've got the Champions League now. You've got Europa. You've got Euros, World Cup. You've got fucking, now you're going to have the FIFA World Cup. There's just so much more matches. So, like, yeah, if you're a player like Messi or Ronaldo, you're just going to probably look better because there's so much more going on in the football world than back in the Maradona Pele days. Drop Pele Maradona in today's game. They're scoring 2 goals a season. But that's the argument, right? Is if you took Nigel Mansell and put him in modern day Formula 1, would he be good? Probably not. But if Nigel Mansell back then had the simulator and the training and the diet and the knowledge of modern day Formula 1, would he be the greatest of all time? It's hard to tell, right? It's hard to tell. Yeah, it's good to be back, but yeah, getting motivated out of big streaming season was very getting motivated out of big streaming season was very tough. Do you mean like when, like, trying to get into streaming when, like, the game wasn't out and stuff like that was hard? Because I agree. I feel like you kind of need that, like, starting point to be like, all right, I'm starting now. Jordan LeBron debate is done. The vault is unlocked. Wait, what do you mean? You're saying LeBron's past Jordan now? Football became more of a tactical game. Football is too saturated. He wouldn't have been Mansell then, though. I think people get confused with comparisons of modern and older GOATs. Yeah. Anyways, back to what we were talking about just before Hayden rated was, let's go through some of the greats of all time, or the multiple time champs, right? So Seb, out of his 4 championships, how many was he in a dominant car? When I say dominant, I mean, like, it was the clear favorite. So, like no barely any competition. So, like, for instance, Max 2021, I would say, is not the dominant car, right? And I would even go and say potentially 2024 as well. Because I think if McLaren had a better driver and or wised up, they would have been in the fight. And if Max wasn't so good, they would have been in the fight. It wasn't just like a free championship, if that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe 2024 is debatable, but yeah. So 2 for Seb. And then you look at okay, let's look at Lewis then. How many years did he have the most dominant car? Well, let's put it this way. What years did he not have the most dominant car? You can even make an argument for 2022 Max had the quickest car past half the season. All 7. Now, oh wait, yeah, he didn't have the most dominant car. And even if he did, he was a fucking second season of Formula 1 up against the GOATs. 2017-18, yeah, you could say 2017-18, he had Seb and Ferrari up against him. And also DNF multiple races at the beginning, which were not his fault. Anyways, I can't remember where I was going with that, but it's more just to say, like, there's so much that goes into Formula 1. So to kind of be like, oh, this driver's better than the other, it's hard. And I don't know. I generally think if Max wins this year's championship, he goes into my top 3 of all time above Senna. And, like, I know someone's going to be like, oh, that's just because you never watched Senna. Yeah, it is. And looking at stats, Max is past center. Yeah, but that's because he passed away and we didn't get to see his full potential. Exactly. You can't just center can't just put a wall up and stop people from passing him in the GOAT debate because he passed away. Like that's just unfortunate and like yeah. Like if you're talking, that's the thing though. Like if you're talking who are the most talented drivers in Formula One, like who are the most talented drivers in Formula One? I would say Senna and Max are like probably above Schumacher and Hamilton. But if you're talking overall like mentality, like their results, their consistency, Schumacher and Hamilton are above Max and Senna, you know? And that's why I think like for me Jordan is the GOAT for NBA for me because I think it was more than what LeBron was. I mean, I don't follow NBA too much, but I don't know. I feel like I feel like as well, like GOAT also comes to like there's the GOAT in terms of like talent, and then there's the GOAT in terms of like what they brought to the sport. And that's why I think Jordan's the GOAT. You don't know yet how the development will go. Maybe later in the year, the Rebel will be the fastest. Yeah, potentially. I think the GOAT debate, you have so many arguments like Schumacher, Senna, Verstappen, Hamilton, so it's really personal. Yeah, and that's the thing. Some people put Vettel above Alonso in their GOAT debate, but arguably Alonso is a better driver than Vettel. It's just he never really had the cars that Vettel had. I'm just saying Senna was better, faster than Prost. It's just that Prost was better at every other aspect. Right. Circle Junkies, thank you for the 51-month resub, dude. I appreciate it. Appreciate supporting the stream as always. Hope you're doing well, dude. How you been? I can't believe 51 months, man. Some of you guys have been sub for so long. It blows my mind. Really do appreciate the support. Guys, I need to poo so bad. Holy shit. I need this practice session to end so I can poo. It's good to see Alonso among the top field. Yeah, he's looking good. I mean, yeah, it's only practice, but... well, he's dropped down now, but he's on the hard, so... that was Alonso's fault in part that he chose bad teams and was too aggressive. Yeah, 100%. 100%. It's like when people go, oh, the team did a bad strategy. And it's like, yeah, but the fucking driver also said, yeah, put me on that strategy, guys. Apex GP went from bottom team to top team with like 7 racing career mode. The hell? I bought it after 4 days. F125 is worth it. I'm enjoying it, man. I'm enjoying it. I think it's worth it. I think this is the best F1 game that's come out since 2021. Stand edition drops after FP2 ends, right? Yeah, 4 p.m., so 3 hours from now. Now, give it a GOAT debate stream. I'm cooking all of y'all. Yeah, you'll throw Perez in the mix, though, somehow. You put them in your top 10. Yeah, hearing this patting themselves on the back. Yeah, they're not good. V-Cup strategists last year were actually awful. Yeah, they've been bad since, like, 2021, to be honest. And it's tough, because I know one of the strategists at V-Cup. He used to do stuff for the sim racing team. So whenever V-Cup have a bad strategy and I'm roasting them, I'm like, I hope he doesn't watch this. But I'm sure they'd agree that their strategies have been pretty bad. For me personally, I'm a bit bummed about not being able to drive as you and my team. I'm surprised. So many people have complained about that. And I'm not saying it's a bad complaint. It's more just like, I don't get the complaint because it's like, I think it's way cool that you can pick who you want to drive for and you manage the team. Because it is called my team, not my driver. V-Cup has the potential to go 5th in the constructors. They were quick in literally every race weekend so far. Yeah. I mean, so is Williams. I think it's Williams and V-Cup in the fight. It sucks because I put V-Cup second last in my constructor predictions. Norris sorry, Verstappen P2 now. 3/10 off max though. Will they ever restock the shirt you're wearing? Is it sold out? I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? Like, this is a Miami Grand Prix product, so if it's out of stock, they're not going to redo it. But then again, I also don't understand why they can't just, like, do by order. Is it sold out? Let me have a look. Miami. Yeah, I'll just do Miami. I don't even see it on their website. Yeah, I don't even see it on their website anymore. Yeah, it's probably gone. I mean, maybe you get off like Fanatics or like F1 store. Let me have a look. Fanatics. Nah, F1 store. Nah. Oh, that wait, there. Wait, it's you type V carb. Miami. Nah. Nah, it's not on Fanatics or the F1 store. It must just be gone now. You can buy it off me. Starting price 1K. This might be a stupid question, seeing that Max posted in the background, but who's your favorite current driver? Liam Lawson's my fave, and Max Verstappen, P2. They're my two favorites, and Red Bull, of course. Russell could play about his tires. How's it going though? Badero. Probably overlooked because of Senna's death, though. You reckon? Oh, true. Their Monaco strat was hashtag good. Yeah, true. They had a good strat in Monaco. Yeah. Reaper car looks decent. Sort of this weekend. Wait, Reaper car? Such a cool looking shirt. Yeah, I mean the fact it's just their default shirt, but they got this nice pink gradient, the pink balls. It's so good, man. Can the Clay win drivers championship? I think he can. He just needs to be at the right team in the right time or the right car. Also, good start to the weekend. You're up to P6. I mean, this happened in Monaco, though. He's had a Hadra in all practice sessions and even qualifying, and then right at the end. What's up, Nav? I'm doing good, dude. What's the name of this app? This app? This is multi-viewer. Do you think Lawson stays in F1 next season? At this rate, I don't think he will. But if he starts performing on Hadja's level, I think VCarb need to realize, don't rush Arvid into the seat. Give Liam and Hadja time to develop and be good drivers. Because what's the point of putting Arvid in and then having to waste 2 more years developing him? But yeah, if Hadja keeps up this form, I definitely think he could be in the conversation to get the 2026 seat, because they might just be like, wow, Hadja's really surprised. Let's chuck him in the Red Bull, even if Yuki's doing okay. But yeah, we'll see, I guess. Down to bring out the Red Bull. What does the one mean next to your name? That means you predicted on one in the channel points. I can see Arvid replacing Liam with Arvid mid-season. Nah, it wouldn't be mid-season. Rushing Arvid mid-season and dropping the same driver you had in Red Bull Racing at the start of the season mid-season would be so dumb. And that's not even me saying, like, I don't want that to happen. I'm saying it shouldn't happen. Jinx Co. They were the bullet. Team House would be stupid if they're going to kick Liam and RB. They might as well put Arvid in because of the new regs. But that also could be bad, though. You need a driver who can help develop the car, and Liam's been a reserve driver at Red Bull now for 4 years. In the Red Bull family as a reserve driver or driver now for 4 years. So you would then have Hadja in his second season and Arvid in his first season developing a car. That's a death wish. How do you see the predictions on my phone? I'm not sure. I've never really used Twitch app on my phone. What do you think about Yuki though? He's for sure dropped. No, I think he's doing okay. I think he's shown that he can get close to max in practice sessions. He just needs to do that in qualifying in the race. He showed it's not impossible. Are you non-stop streaming until I win a race back on F125? We will at some point, Chew. We will at some point. I'll do not any stream until I win on wheel, not any stream until I win on controller. And then I got some other challenge ideas as well we're going to do. You couldn't even get a top 5 finish this year with Rebel, you reckon? Why not? Arvid is the next major prospect. If Liam can't match Hedger, may as well give the experience to Arvid. I get your point, but the thing is, Liam isn't underperforming. Liam just hasn't been able to show his performances because of 3 unlucky qualifyings. Yeah, obviously he is underperforming in comparison to Hedger when he isn't getting unlucky, though I do agree. But is it enough to drop your experienced driver of the 2 to put a young driver in the car before a regulation change? Like, I don't know. I just think it's I want to see Arvid in the sport, but I think it's pointless kind of putting... I think it's pointless taking a developing driver to put in a undeveloped driver in and then waiting 2 years for them to develop. And then, like, it's just a rotation. You know what I mean? It's just a rotation. Like, okay, then they're going to drop Yuki, put Hedger in, then he sucks, and then he bring another... Blah, blah, blah. It's just like, it's just repeating. And it's just like, they're in a great spot where Arvid is so young, right? He's so young. Just leave him in F2 to marinate for a couple years. Leave him as a reserve driver for a couple years. And then put him in. Putting him in F1 straight away with the pressure of the Red Bull family while you're trying to develop a car, I just don't, like... I get the idea of rushing someone like Max Verstappen, but the thing is, right, I'll ask you this, right? I will ask you this. Even if Liam, Hedger, or Arvid, or whoever had the potential to develop to be the next Max Verstappen, do you think Red Bull would give them enough time in the car to develop? I don't think so. I think they've proved with Liam, with Gasly, with Albon, and with binning off Daniel Ricciardo as well. I know Daniel Ricciardo's older, but he was still, like, doing okay in V-Cup. I think they're trying too hard to find a quick fix. And I don't think, doesn't matter how good Arvid is, I don't think Arvid's going to achieve what they want. So just let your drivers develop, man. Let your drivers develop. Alonso complaining about his car being so on a straight. It's a valuable team anyway. V-Cup are not fighting for wins. Yeah, but you still need to make a good car. And Liam is still a developing driver. I mean, like, he's probably not going to end up at Red Bull Racing anytime soon, but if Max leaves... If Max leaves and Yuki decided to leave to go to Aston Martin, you can't have fucking Hedger and, you know what I mean? Like, I know that's extreme, but I don't know. I just think I think they should just keep Liam and Hedger as they are, keep Arvid as they are. And I'm not even just saying that because I'm a Liam fan. I'm saying that because they've been doing the same shit year after year, swapping this person, signing this person, like, sign De Vries, drop him. Good. He probably should deserve to get dropped. Sign Ricciardo. Okay, just drop him for basically no reason. Put Liam in the car. Put him in the Red Bull. Drop him back down. Put Yuki in the car. It's just like... You've got 4 good drivers right now. Just chill. Just chill. Love it or hate it, Liam is probably getting thrown out for Arvid. Max isn't leaving. His exit clause needs the team to be lower than 4th in the championship. No one knows that, though. We don't know that, though. Do you think the Max... car is hard to drive for others, or is that just cope? 100%. It's needs to be driven in a certain window, and Max is able to get in that window. It's like playing on high sensitivity, you know what I mean? It's better, but it's harder to do. Any open lobbies after FP2? Not after FP2, we'll do it after FP1, though. It's up to Liam, honestly. If he performs better in the next race, he's not going anywhere. But that's the thing. And I think most people in that same boat, like, we don't really know how Liam's doing because he's just been unlucky in those 3 qualifying. So, isn't this supposed to be tomorrow? What, practice? Nope, it's on right now. Practice on Friday, qualifying on Saturday, race on Sunday. Max Lee's Red will be a big development team with 4 cars in the midfield. Basically, that's what I'm saying. So they need their experienced drivers. Oh, yellow flag. Who's this? Nope. Liam's girlfriend, Hannah. Elsie's so fucking hard. You know you're on camera, but you have to try to look nice. And not like try to like look normal. And then you're just like caught doing something in the middle of doing something. Oh, another yellow flag. Green flag again. This time was so cool. Yeah, I love it. It's top 2 for me this season. Him and Signs is so good. As much as RB is a development team, they're still their own team that needs good and proper drivers. It's pretty obvious that Arvid still needs a lot of time before he hops into F1, yeah. What teams have to adjust their front wing? Every team. Every team. Wow, Alonso's on the radio a lot. Bro, not another retirement. It's only practice, I know, but... I need a poo so bad. Come on, this 5 minutes couldn't go any quicker. Close enough. Welcome back to 27 Did McLaren Honda. I'm all for Alonso's 0 point season. Oh, really? I mean, it would be funny. Funny in a sad way. You know what I mean? It would be funny in a sad way if he got 0 points in a season. Because he does not deserve to have 0 points. Oh my god, get that. This banner probiotic and fiber. No, dude. Do I poo maybe above more than an average person? Yes. But you guys don't understand. I stream for 6 hours a day on average, right? Everyone poos once a day. I wake up in the morning. I'm awake for 2 hours. I don't poo. I then have 6 hours of the day, right? And I need to poo. Do you guys not poo at work? Do you not fucking... I mean, I never pooed at school because I feel like... I don't know why. I just never felt like pooing at school because weird. But like, do you not poo at work? You poo 3 times a day. You poo... I poo once a day, bro. I poo once a day. And it's during the stream because my streams are long. Liar. I literally poo once a day. Who poos more than 1 time a day? You're a twice a week guy. Okay, that's crazy. Minimum 2 times is healthy. Exactly. So even the healthy amount is 2. I poo once a day. And I'd say on average, it's every second stream I poo during a stream. Sorry, I can't hold my fucking poo in. I've had to poo at school. Inactivity detected on your live. I'm literally streaming! Fuck, TikTok pisses me off. Sorry, TikTok. I didn't mean to slag you off. You need to buy. What is this? You've linked this like... Wait, oh, this is not... This is someone else. Sorry, I thought you were someone else who'd link a long-ass link twice to today's stream. Check your... What do you mean check your bowels? Is pooing not normal? If you're not pooing, you should have your bowels checked. I pooed 1 time at school because I had something with my belly, but I pooed while standing up, so does that count? What? I have to poo at school sometime. A kid's still on the toilet from the stool next door. Yeah, fuck that. I don't poo twice a day. When have I ever pooed twice a day on stream? I've never pooed twice a day on stream. The difference is, instead of leaving like a normal streamer, I'm like, okay, guys, I'll be back in 5. Oh, I need to use the bathroom. The difference is I tell you guys what I'm doing. I inform you guys that I'm pooing. And you guys take that as, oh, he poos all the time. No, it's just because I tell you I'm pooing. Where told to join the stream on? Blame these guys. Every time I go poo on stream, they're like, your stomach's fucked. Yeah, because I poo once a day. Why is your poop schedule on your stream schedule? My stream schedule changes. Jeff, David the follow, dude. Yeah, the problem is the announcement. That's what I mean. I could be going and smoking a cigarette 2 times per stream, and you'll never know. But if I tell you I'm smoking a cigarette, you're going to be like, wow, you used to smoke a lot. Then you type random stuff in chat while in the bathroom. Yeah, I gotta stay active, you know? Nada. Thank you for the follow. All right, we got 1 minute left to practice. Who's got the most laps? Russell, 29 laps. He's pumped them out. I use stream elements. Never use Nightbot. IRL streamers go for 12 hours and don't poop. Well, good on them. Who do you think will win the Grand Prix? I don't know. I'm feeling good about Max, man. And I feel like after Imola, Red Bull's moving in the right direction. Have you tried making a hole in your seat with a bucket? Could do. I stand while shitting, though. I actually straddled the seat, like I sit opposite. Wait, is that it? I've literally... I've never done that, but that actually sounds like a vibe. That's an unfollow. If you can't handle the poo strats, then you don't deserve to be here. Lando comeback is so real, you reckon? All right, guys, that wraps up FP1. A bit of a quiet session, to be honest. I feel like there wasn't too much to talk about, surprisingly. But we'll see how the rest of the weekend plays out. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed FP1, be sure to follow down below. We're going to be staying live now on Twitch. We've got open lobbies to do on F125. It is the full release day of the game. And then we're going to be doing a watch along for practice 2 as well. But Norris tops the session. Verstappen 3/10 off. Hamilton, to be fair, Hamilton only 4/10 off, and he's on the hards. Oh no, sorry, he set that on the softs, my bad. Leclerc P4, Piastri P5, Lawson P6, Behrman P7, Hadja P8, VCAB looking good again, Sonoda P9, Gasly P10, Russell P11, Stroll and Alonso, Hulkenberg, Sainz, Bortoletto, Hirakawa, Antonelli, Martins, and Colapinto. Colapinto in last again. Martins beating Colapinto. Oof. Wait, Colapinto only did 3 laps that session? Oh no, that's on that tire. Can we lock up? Colapinto last again. What the fuck's happening? Okay, so let's look at the 2 rookies. Drivers filling in. Oh, excuse me. How far were they after the teammates? So Martins was 6 cents off Sainz. That's not bad, to be honest. I think it's his first time in F1 car, maybe second time in F1 car. Only 6 cents off Sainz, not bad. And Hirakawa, to be fair, 7 tenths off Behrman. Not bad, I guess, for how after what Hirakawa did in Japan, I would have liked to have maybe seen him do better. But Colapinto, man, he is 8 tenths off Gasly. Why is Colapinto so slow? This was pre-season testing all over again. You know you're in a snoozer when they bust out the error rate. Yeah, true, true. Is everyone finished their laps now? Can I pay out the predictions? Prediction Max or Lando went. Still can like it, at least up to FP1. Alright, let's pay out the predictions. Lando topped the session. Congrats to everyone who got the prediction correct. Can't speak better about Frank. Fans will be not going to do that guy in the comments of the fan reaction series being like, T-Mac, that's his name? Noted. Like, what are you going to do, bro? What are you going to do, huh? Sup, Lil Alone? From the stream? Yeah, we're going to be doing a giveaway at the end of the stream today over on Twitch. He's going to be on smoke this weekend. Alright, everyone's coming back to the pits. I know they're doing the restarts. That comment was so weird. Yeah, when people say that shit, it's just like, what are you going to do, huh? What are you going to do? I actually hate threats. Like when that guy, when people are like, don't look at me like that again. Or like, I actually, that's depending on the context, but it's just like, after the poo stand, it's time to watch the Tate McRae music video. True. We do have to watch that. Someone said I'd pull off the maid outfit well. I might become a femboy now. Let's go. What's up, Callum? I can't download the Twitch app whenever I try it glitches and I can't see the predictions on the web version. Well, it might be because the country you're from, Mali, doesn't allow you to do channel point predictions. It's not available in some countries. Where are you from? Alright guys, that's it for FP1. Thank you guys all for watching. That is the watch along. We do this for every single session, for every single Grand Prix. So if you ever want people to chat to Formula 1 about while a session is on, be sure to chill here. If you enjoyed, hit the follow button down below. Now YouTube, I'm going to end the stream there. Come join us on Twitch. We're going to be staying live to FP2. We have got F2 qualifying. We won't be watching it, but we will be talking about it. And we're going to be continuing on with F125. Open lobbies, so be sure to come over to the Twitch stream. So YouTube gang, I'll see you guys later for FP2. Otherwise, come over to Twitch stream and I'll see you there.